Hey now, it's Sharon and I'm back to share another idea on how to reform, restructure the police. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the US, and I was also in the military. I am sharing my experiences, ideas, perspective, and opinions on how to reform, restructure the police. And with that being said, last week I shared about landmarks and looking back and knowing the truth about myself. And talking with some individuals earlier last week, I should say, people are talking about we need to get rid of the police. Even if you abolish the police, what are you going to replace it with? It's going to be human beings, individuals, whatever that restructuring or retooling or rebuilding looks like. So I'm giving you the perspective of an individual that has 20 years of policing, experienced 20 years of policing, female who happens to be brown. And I'm sharing that to give you a different idea or way of looking at things, or just to see how I looked at things and saw things. Because the individual person, the person thinking about coming into policing, the career officer, whatever that rebuilding or restructuring or retooling or reforming looks like, you're going to have to fill it with individuals. And why not individuals that have a truthful, a truthful opinion, a truthful understanding and view of themselves? Because in talking with different individuals throughout the years while I was policing, meeting people from different jurisdictions, states, places, we all want to get the bad guy. We all want to do good. We all want to go home. But then to take a deeper dive into oneself, that's hard. That was hard for me, and talking with the other individuals, it was hard for them. And a lot of times, the human mind wants to avoid conflict or pain. It wants to avoid it. And so going deeper within inside yourself, you're going to have to either move around that pain or that trauma, or try to see past it to get to the next, for lack of a better word, level of understanding who you are truthfully. I mentioned in the last video that putting on the uniform enhances who you really are with power. That gun and badge is powerful. And having all that power really enhances, it brings out who you truly are. And if you don't know who you are, and you answer to a lot of different voices that might be going on in your head, and I don't mean in a negative way, but you're trying to be mom, you're trying to be dad in your personal life. Now here it is, I'm an officer, and I put on this gun and badge, but I take the officer home and try to be mom and dad. All those voices are in your head, okay? So with me going through the ostracism and the retaliation that I suffered in my policing career twice, no doubt, and just for telling the truth. I was asked and I told the truth. And that's the other thing, being asked. A lot of times I did it. As officers, we'll stand by. If they don't ask me nothing, then I ain't got nothing to say. And that's to protect us, to protect the spiritual us to some degree, because you feel this loyalty to your fellow officers and you don't want to get them in trouble. But I always said, and I always asked, yeah, I have that loyalty towards my brother and sister in blue, but do they have that same loyalty towards me? And I said that with this answer: don't do anything for me to tell on you about. And if I do anything, I'm going to tell on myself. So with that, I give them that, and it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to say, people are talking about abolish the police or get rid of the police. Whatever you replace it with, it's going to be individuals. Individuals that, well, it is my suggestion and my opinion, individuals that know themselves truthfully. How do they get to that? It's in my book. My book is right here. My Middle Eastern Conflict, Looking Back at My Future. This could probably help, and I think it will help because it's a deeper dive into my own heart, that the opinions and the beliefs that I held, the biases that I held, the biases that I was trained with as an officer. Whatever we rebuild or retool or reform this policing system here in the U.S., we're going to have to fill it with individuals that have taken that deep dive into their own hearts to know who they are. Because and the good thing is, if you struggle with being a Christian, if you struggle with being a good person, when you put on that uniform, there's hope. There's hope. Well, that's all I want to say. Take a look at our online store. The link is in the description. The link for this book, there it is. Oh, let me show this. Look, that is the cover. That is the cover, people. It's a stick figure with a heart. But people usually see this and then they don't want to look at it. But here's the book. It's available on Amazon. And it's also available on lulu.com in the religion and spirituality section. And as is our tradition, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.